Hey y'all, so let me ask you this question. Have you ever walked out of your doctor's office and you still just felt exhausted, bloated, maybe even foggy? And you've just heard the words from your doctor that your labs look normal, that everything looks fine. Well, I just want you to know, okay, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not going crazy. You're not making this up. If you are in perimenopause, menopause, and you're dealing with stubborn weight gain or hot flashes, maybe bloating, brain fog, even fatigue, you may have been told that everything is fine when it's clearly not. Your body is like saying, hey, I need some attention. Y'all, this is the thing. Most of the standard labs ordered in midlife, they barely scratch the surface. They miss the patterns, okay, that actually matter for women in their 40s and in their 50s. So what we're going to be doing today, I'm breaking it all down for you today, y'all. We're going to talk about which labs I actually recommend for menopausal women and which ones I don't, okay, just to balance it out, all right? So by the end of this episode, what I'm hoping is that you'll know exactly what to ask your provider for so you can stop wasting time, energy, and more importantly, stop wasting your money and finally get the clarity that you actually deserve, y'all. But before we jump in, let me quickly introduce myself for those of you who are new here, okay? My name is Miriam Fajay. I am a functional nutritionist and a gut hormone specialist with a master's degree in nutrition and dietetics, plus other certifications, okay? And I specialize in helping women in perimenopause, menopause tackle stubborn weight gain. Y'all, I'm perimenopausal, okay? I'm right here with you. The bloating, hot flashes, fatigue, and brain fog. Y'all, through my programs and my resources at Nourish and Flow, I bridge science with real life solutions so you don't have to live stuck, frustrated, or even confused by all of the mixed messages out there, right? Okay, so let's get into today's episode, y'all. First and foremost, why do labs matter in perimenopause, menopause? Y'all, perimenopause, let's just start here, is not just low estrogen. It's a whole body transition involving your thyroid, cortisol, insulin, gut health, and nutrient reserves. Standard labs, y'all, are designed to detect disease, not dysfunction. You may not have a disease, but you can still feel awful. Now, this is why so many women are told everything looks fine, while they're still exhausted beyond anything, right? They're still bloated. They're still foggy. Labs matter, y'all, because they help us connect the dots, okay? Is your fatigue cortisol driven or thyroid related, blood sugar imbalances, or maybe even nutrient depletion? So when you combine labs and symptoms, you finally get the full picture. Now, as far as labs that I actually do recommend, number one would be the comprehensive thyroid panel. Most doctors, okay, they only run a TSH. Now that's like checking the thermostat without seeing if the furnace is working, okay? What you want to ask for, y'all, is TSH, free T4, free T3, reverse T3, and thyroid antibodies, okay, TPO and TG. Now the reasons why this matters, y'all, is because low free T3 can explain fatigue, weight struggles, hair loss, even if TSH looks normal, okay? Now y'all know I like to share my story, so let me share one really quickly, y'all. One of my clients had been told for years her thyroid was fine. Her free T3 though was below range. So this is explained why she was always exhausted, y'all. Now, once we supported conversion, her energy and weight finally started to shift. All right, now, so let's talk about some other labs that I actually recommend. Blood sugar and insulin testing. You want to ask for fasting insulin, fasting glucose, hemoglobin A1C, because perimenopause naturally brings more insulin resistance. Now that is why the belly fat creeps in, even if you are eating the same way. Elevated fasting insulin is often the first red flag long before glucose rises, okay? The third test I recommend will be cortisol rhythm test. Now, a single morning cortisol blood draw doesn't cut it, okay? I recommend the 4-point saliva test or dry urine, okay? Now, why? This is the reason why. If you're wired at night but can't get out of bed in the morning, a flat or reverse cortisol curve might be the reason, okay? Your symptoms could be hot flashes, anxiety, sleep problems, stubborn belly weight, okay? The fourth test that I recommend y'all is the micronutrient testing. If you're dealing with fatigue, brain fog, brittle nails, thinning hair, these often come from nutrient depletion, okay? The core nutrients that you want to check first are vitamin D, B12, methylmalonic acid if possible, ferritin for iron storage, and magnesium. The reason why is because these are common midlife deficiencies, and correcting them can transform your energy, seriously. And number 5, I recommend a comprehensive stool test, GI map or something similar. Bloating, constipation, diarrhea, IBS-like symptoms are not just normal perimenopause, y'all. A stool test can reveal imbalanced gut bacteria, yeast overgrowth, low digestive enzymes, hidden inflammation. Now, the connection here is that gut health directly impacts estrogen detox, hot flashes, and even your mood. So listen, if your belly feels like it has a mind of its own, this testing, y'all, can actually be a game changer, okay? Now, let's talk about the labs that I personally do not recommend, okay? First and foremost, I don't recommend the food sensitivity panels, okay? The reason why is because they create long do not eat lists that often cause fear and restriction, but they don't solve the root issue, okay? This test often reflects what you eat most often, but not what is harming you, all right? So a better option, y'all, would be a gut healing and elimination challenge, but I would recommend doing this with a provider, a practitioner, okay? Number 2, I don't recommend single random hormone blood draws like estradiol, progesterone only. Y'all, hormones fluctuate daily in perimenopause, so a single snapshot is often misleading. Results will vary depending on the day of your cycle, stress, and even the time of day, right? The exception, though, is FSH-LH, which can help confirm menopausal transition, but it will not guide root cause solutions, okay? Another test that I don't recommend is those unvalidated at-home kits from trendy brands. Listen, some companies market fancy boxes with vague hormone panels or metabolism tests. Now, the problem with this is that they are not clinically validated and often lead to confusion. So the rule of thumb, y'all, is this: if the marketing sounds sexier than the science, proceed with caution. You heard that from me, okay? You heard it from me first. Now, ladies, you don't need to waste $400 on a kit that tells you nothing useful, okay? Put that money toward labs that actually move the needle, okay? This is what you want. Now, let's put it all together. Let's put this all together. Labs are not about chasing numbers. They're about connecting patterns, okay? So start with the big three. The big three, thyroid panel, fasting insulin glucose, and cortisol rhythm. Also add micronutrient and stool testing if your symptoms suggest this, okay? Or suggest the need for this testing. All right, now y'all remember this though. Symptoms plus labs equal clarity. Labs alone don't fix you, okay? But they guide the plan. And most importantly, don't walk away from normal labs thinking it's all in your head, y'all, right? Okay, so here's the bottom line, y'all. Don't let anyone tell you you're fine when you feel anything but fine. Okay, you have to be your own advocate, and you're going to have to push for your health. Perimenopause is not a mystery illness. It is a season of change. the right labs can finally explain your stubborn weight gain, your sleepless nights, your hot flashes, your bloating, and that brain fog that makes you feel like you've lost a step. Okay. Now, if you are ready to take the first step without needles or without overwhelm, I've got you, y'all. You can start with my free gut hormone pattern quiz, and it is free. It's like a mini lab that shows you which imbalance is most likely driving your symptoms. And with that, you'll also get a free 3-day reset that's personalized to your results to help you get moving in the right direction. Now, listen, ladies, please don't wait another 6 months feeling stuck. Y'all, get the clarity that you need today. And if you've got a friend still hearing those words, your labs are normal, while she feels miserable, share this episode with her. Share it with her, okay? Because thriving in perimenopause should not be out of reach. It just takes the right tools and the right support, okay? So here's to finally getting the clarity and the relief that you deserve. Talk to you soon.